This is a demonstration of templates and plotting, Chapter 7, the tutorial. At your startup screen, if you have created a startup or set your startup variable to 1, then you should be able to pick your new drawing button up here for a new sheet and creates a new blank drawing. Then your dialog box starts up and we select Start from Scratch. What we're going to do is make some changes to our drawing environment and then save that as a template. So you have a screen that looks like this. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. You can see that over here is your 0, 0 location, your XY location. First thing it wants us to do is set up a plot style mode, and we're going to change it to a plot style table. So on page 7-5 in your book, we inside the graphics area right click and we select the options at the bottom, and in here we go to plot and publish, and under there the default plot settings for new drawings. Use as default output device. I want to change that to a let me turn that off. And I'll turn off my Skype. Alright. So that won't be annoying us. Alright, so we want to set our plot output device to a printer that you have your AutoCAD connected to, and I'll connect it to my office. Okay, and then click on the plot style table settings button as shown. Okay, right down here, and in here we want to click on the plot style table settings, and we want to use named plot styles. This will allow us to control our plot styles from inside our layer manager. Alright, and then default plot style table, we're going to click OK. We're going to accept it as ACAD STB. Okay, so plot style table, ACAD STB. The normal plot style for layer 0 is set to normal. Now later you will change it to style 1 to make it all go to black. Default plot style for objects will be by layer. So our control now for plotting, we can have any color on the screen, and we can plot any color to any that's of our objects to any other color. So with this setting here, we'll be able to control that. Alright? We're not going to edit anything at this time. That is, the plot style tables themselves. Alright? Then we click OK, and that will make that setting for us, and we can go up here to Properties and check for that. The plot style has a little printer next to it, so you have to downlist it perhaps, and we can see it's set to back color. Okay, so the plot style in the box of the object property still displays the setting by color and still grayed out. It's because the plot settings are stored in each file as it's created. So we'll close this file and start a new one to have the new settings take effect. So we just click the button near the top of drawing 1 or whatever drawing number version this is for you to close the file. Then when the warning dialog shows up, we'll select no to close the file without saving. Alright, so we'll go up here and we'll click the little X to close and we'll say no. Alright, then we'll start up again a new file in our quick access toolbar up here, new drawing file, and we'll do imperial feet in inches from scratch, and we click OK. And now when we go to our properties and look, now we have it's not grayed out and our plot style is being controlled by the layers. Okay, and we'll demonstrate a little later how to create the hard copy. We'll go and set our grid and snap intervals for the template, and the textbook asks us to change the grid spacing to 1. Whoops, that's the snap. So grid spacing 1. That's 1 drawing unit. And then the snap spacing to 0.5. This can be anything, okay, that makes sense. I'm not sure why it's doing 1/10,000th or almost 100,000th of an inch spacing. It's kind of interesting. But your snap spacing and Y spacing become 0.5. Now, I would also, although it's not stated in here, but while you're here, let's turn the grid on, and let's also turn off display grid beyond limits. This will show us our exact grid area based upon our drawing limits settings. Okay, so let's click OK, and you'll need to zoom out a little bit, and you can see this 1-inch grid kind of has a funny looking crosshair right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's change our subdivision. Okay, let's go back to grid. This is not in your book. Alright, and let's change major line. Let's make it every 4. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4. So if this is an inch, then every grid spacing you see here. Alright, this is 0.5, 0.5. So really that's at 2, isn't it? So the major grid is at 2 inches or 2 units. Alright, then we go and we set up our layers. I'm going to pause for a moment and set those up. That's on page 7-9.